Joining us, though, right now to help us understand the Supreme Court ruling and its implications, Peter Breen from the Thomas More Society. Mr. Breen, thank you for being with us. First of all, what is the Supreme Court saying in this ruling?
Well, five-justice majority has said that Roe and Casey were egregiously wrong. And then talked about through the history of the country. For most of the history of the country until 1973, abortion was outlawed in the vast majority of states. And so the decisions to somehow create a right of abortion in the Constitution were wrong. And so now this issue returns to the states. It returns to the elected representatives of the people. So really, this is something of a big win for the American system and the American people. No matter which side of this issue you're on, this issue now returns where it was supposed to be and where it always had been, the legislature, the elected representatives of the people.
Mr. Breen, let me talk to you about, first of all, Thomas More Society, non-for-profit law firm, a conservative law firm. Let me get your reaction to that decision. This is not, this was something that we did expect, right? We saw that the opinion leak several weeks ago from the Supreme Court, so we were expecting this decision, still of a huge outcry across the country, on both sides really reacting to this. Tell us where you stand.
Well, I mean, we've been waiting for this for 50 years, and it is something that, I mean, certainly for people who have been working in the pro-life fields, marching for life and what have you, creating pregnancy centers. You know, there are 3 or 4 times as many pregnancy centers as abortion clinics now across the country. This is a huge win. We have clients, everywhere, and we're working with state legislatures in the red states about how are they going to react, and we are working with our clients elsewhere who have unfortunately faced threats of violence in recent days because of this impending decision. And so, we're working there, trying to be grateful for everything, looking at the work ahead. But really, I mean, it's a good day for people of life, and really, it's a good day for the American people because we should be dealing with these things through our legislators. This is a very unique issue. You know, the court said that abortion is particularly unique because it involves 2 lives. And so that is a proper subject of regulation and deep thinking and work by the people's representatives.
So what would you say to folks who are against this, who say, while you are celebrating life, this will ultimately lead to death, where women will be forced to have dangerous, sometimes secretive and deadly abortions? What do you say to that? Even Governor Pritzker standing today saying this is not a celebration of life, indeed could lead to death.
Well, when I hear Pritzker and the other politicians that were up there, I mean, they were saying the typical political things to try to get their base activated. The base is apathetic right now because of, the broader issues going on in the country with the economy, et cetera. So that's politicians talking.
Okay, but what about not the politicians, but just the folks who believe that, who are not in agreement with this? Let's take the politics out of this. What do you say to someone who doesn't see this as celebration of life, but instead sees this as death?
Well, I would remind them that child in the womb is a human child. And we all know that from our basic biology courses. As an independent child, will never be repeated, has its own DNA and all of that. So when you look, this isn't a blob of tissue we're talking about. Our science has advanced since 1973, where we now, you don't put your ultrasound picture up on the refrigerator and people ask you, how's your fetus? They say, how's your baby doing? And so we understand there is such so much emotion on both sides. But you can look and say, when you do surveys of folks who've had abortions, of ladies who've had abortions, over 60% will say they felt coerced or forced into that abortion. And so when you look at this entire thing around it, you're going, obviously there's a place for the legislature to regulate. For most of America's history, this is that decision, the decision laid it out. For most of this country's history, abortion has not been allowed anywhere in the country. And so this is something that it's deep in our nation's tradition that we would defend life. And, at the end of the day, we do have differences of opinion on this, but at the same time, it is a place for the legislators to deal with, the people's elected representatives to deal with.
And Mr. Breen, and I know it is a very complicated situation, and both sides are extremely passionate, and certainly you can understand that. Another issue that has come up is this ability for the states to say there's no exception for the cases of rape or incest. And I think that is one of the reasons so many people on the other side are passionate. Your response?
And look, any of these, we have a statement in the law, or an expression, it's called hard cases make bad law. And so less than 1% of abortions were performed in the cases of rape and incest, at least according to the best data we have. And so you can't make the decision on the 99% based on the one. Each state is going to have to come up with their rationale. Those legislators are going to have to answer to their voters in whatever way they go. What we would say is when you have a horrible situation like those that you've just laid out, difficult issues then arise. The problem is the solution to it is not then terminating the life of the unborn child. So again, from the pro-life side, we've set up more pregnancy centers, multiples more pregnancy centers than abortion clinics, and really focused hard on helping it to create a culture where no woman ever feels like she has to have an abortion. And so that's the hope. It's a positive, life-affirming message and hope coming out of even very terrible situations.
Peter Breen joining us from the Thomas More Society, a non-for-profit conservative law firm. Peter, thank you so very much for joining us. We really appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Hey, if you like that video, be sure to subscribe to our ABC7 Chicago YouTube channel.